Hi, I'm going to guide you through a solar plexus flow today. So lots of core work, but we'll also work into the hips and into the legs. We'll work the whole body, but concentrating on the core. So if you have a couple of blocks at home, just find your blocks. If not, you can maybe find a couple of sturdy water bottles, but you may be fine without props anyway. Lower yourself down onto your back. And just for a few moments lie in a Shavasana shape. Relax the hips down, the shoulders. Relax all the muscles in the face. And just take a few moments here to really allow yourself to enter the present moment and start to connect with the breath. Just starting to deepen the breath now. Letting go of the day and knowing that nothing is more important than being here right now on your mat practicing yoga. So the solar plexus chakra is about 3 or 4 fingers above belly button in the navel area of the body, and in Sanskrit it's called the Manipura chakra. Manipura is translated as illustrious gem of the city. So this is the 3rd energy center, the 3rd chakra, and it's really the seat of your power. It's responsible for digestion, metabolism. And if the chakra's imbalanced, you should feel a sense of direction, purpose, motivation, a sense of peace with yourself. And we can activate the chakra through certain postures, core work, but also through some twists. So we'll be doing some twists today to massage the internal digestive organs and working with the core. But it's an all levels, really active, dynamic flow. So hopefully you will feel empowered and really calm after this flow. The colour associated with the chakra, as you may guess, is golden or yellow, and the element of fire. So literally firing up your core, igniting your inner fire and power. I'm bringing you this class today from Spain, from the beautiful Alpujarras Mountains, and my friend's purpose-built yoga studio right remote in the mountains in a tiny little village called Morena. So when you're ready, we're going to start to work right away with the core, so you can just bring the feet back in towards you. Good. Let's bring the hands behind the head. So interlink the hands behind the head here, and we're just going to reach the right leg up. So hovering the right leg, flex the foot, and see if you can press the lower back into the mat. Good. So you're really connecting with the core muscles even here. When you're ready, let's link up the breath. So inhale to stay. And exhale, squeeze and curl head and shoulders up. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale to lengthen out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And just release back down. We'll just take exactly the same to the other side. So when you're ready, let's just hover the left leg off the ground, establish that connection of the navel to spine. And when you're ready, let's inhale, stay. Exhale, squeeze and lift up. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. release. Good. So second set, slightly different subset of muscles within the abdomen now. Again, you're going to really draw navel into spine, and let's bring your hands behind the head again. When you're ready, let's inhale, squeeze and lift up. Exhale, hover, extend right leg. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale here, keep breathing, and see if you can reach up for the toes. And then release all the way back down. You can maybe take a stretch out, lifting up the small of the back, stretching into the core muscles. And then from here, let's find a bridge pose. So just reaching for the heels with the fingers. And then when you're ready, just squeezing and lifting up. Really squeeze and lift the glutes up. Draw the tailbone forward. You can really focus on keeping the inner thighs hugging in to reach the tailbone forward. So the knees stay in line with the hips here, and breathe here. And then when you're ready, just lowering all the way down onto the back. You can hug the knees in. Give yourself a little rock from side to side here. Good, massaging the lower back. And then when you're ready, from here we're going to stretch and reach the arms up above the head. We're going to again link the breath to help with the flow. So when you're ready, let's inhale, stay. Exhale, squeeze and lift up. Inhale here, straighten. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, hands overhead on the floor. Exhale, squeeze and lift up. Inhale here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale here. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift up. And exhale this time, just staying here. So we're going to find your forward fold now. So just drawing any excess flesh back from the buttocks, finding that nice tall spine. Let's take an inhale here. And exhale to fold. Good. Allow the head and neck to relax down. And you can always hold the feet to just find a little bit of a pull on the feet and lower yourself a little bit more. If that feels too much for the shoulders, just back off and let go of the feet. Head and neck relaxed. And when you're ready, releasing out. Good. So from here, we'll make our way into tabletop position. I've got a slight knee injury in the front of my knee. I'm not quite sure what's happening with it, but just if I look like I'm holding it up a little bit, that's the reason why. So when you're ready, let's take a few rounds of cow-cat. Inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward. Exhale, round, contract. Inhale, draw up the belly, tailbone rises. Exhale to round. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Coming back to center now. Drawing the knees in together. We're going to reach the right leg back. Notice how my toes are pointing down. Left arm forward, lifting the belly to the spine. I'll show you one and then you can follow on. So we're going to inhale, reach. And then exhale, kind of cactus the arm and the leg, and you're really squeezing in the abs. Okay, so let's begin together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left hand down, and the foot comes over to the left side. Good. Breathe here as you just peek over towards the left foot. Noticing where you feel the stretch pressing into the foot. And then from here, lowering the forearms down, relax the head and neck. Inhale, lift up that leg, stretch and reach up, really engaging the glutes. And then bring it over to the side, right the way out, coming up onto the hands. And just take some circles into that hip. So like a really wide lizard. Circling the other way maybe, or just finding some movement forward and back. Just really getting into the hip flexors, the inner groin, the psoas. Good, and then from here we'll come back into more traditional lizard, bringing the foot to the outer edge of your mat. Maybe dropping the left foot down, maybe your forearms can come onto blocks here, or even down to the ground. Maybe coming onto the outer edge of that right foot, and let go here. Getting a really juicy stretch, just hold it for a few breaths. And making your way up. You can maybe stay with this angle in your leg and foot and reach back, opening up the shoulder, or you may come up a little bit. You can stay here, just enjoying the stretch and opening through the chest, little twist in the back, or maybe you take hold of the foot, just an option. Doesn't make it better, but it might feel really nice if you've got the flexibility. And let's come back to center. Heel toe that right foot in so it's more in front of the hip. Left foot plants, right hand up. Big twist here. And release, good. Just stepping back. Coming back into your tabletop position, finding that neutral spine. And we'll just find that same sequence to the left side now. So reaching and stretching the left leg back and the right arm forward. Inhale here, exhale cactus. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, hand down and the foot over to the right side, peeking over the shoulder. Press into the foot. Feel where you feel the stretch. I've got a nice stretch into the right outer hip here. Good. And then from here, just lower the hands down. Relax the head and neck. Letting go. And then from here, we'll bring that left foot up and out. And maybe close the eyes, you know what's happening here. Noticing where the body wants to move. Just making this intuitive and organic. Connecting with your breath at all times. It's the breath that links mind, body, spirit, and keeps you anchored in the moment. Good, let's bring that left foot in now and find your version of lizard now, holding any shape for a few breaths here, maybe up on hands or maybe down on forearms. And it's not happening for me to lower down on that side due to my knee injury, so I'm staying upright here but just focusing on the hip. Still getting a beautiful stretch. Just finding that sense of acceptance with your own body. We often have to work with injuries or adaptations. Good, let's come back and just bring the left foot in front of the hip. Find your twist. Reaching up through the fingers. And then releasing back. Oh, we can also, if you want to, find that stretch back. And again, on this side, I'm not going to hold my foot because it's going to hurt my knee, but I'm just going to enjoy the opening here. And then when you're ready, coming back to center, let's make our way into downward dog. So stepping it back, bending and straightening the legs. Good. And just for a moment, finding some stillness. Spread the fingers wide. Look back through the legs. And let's find a couple of cleansing breaths here, letting go of any tension that you may be feeling. Inhale through the nose. Let it go. And again, inhale. And let go. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, make your way up to the top of the mat. And just here, find a ragdoll. So bring the feet a little bit wider than hip width. And dangle the head down. Hands onto the elbows. And just let go here. And when you're ready, bringing the hands down, let's heel toe the feet in. Inhale, halfway lift to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, palms to the heart. So just finding your Tadasana with the feet hip width, or the feet together, and roll the shoulders back, tucking the chin slightly in, ground through the feet. And just noticing what you notice here. Any sensations in the body. And when you're ready, blink open the eyes. And let's flow back to downward dog. Inhaling, arms rise. And exhaling to fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. And exhale to plank or knees down plank. Inhale, stay. And exhale to lower to the belly. Inhale, cobra pose. And exhale back to downward dog. Good. And when you're ready, let's work with the core here. So we're going to inhale the right leg up. Exhale, shift the weight forward. Right knee to right elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to stay. Exhale to step the leg forward. Good. Let's make our way from here up to high lunge. So you can walk your hands up your legs for balance if you want to, like I am. And just find that sense of symmetry in your body. So both feet pointing forward, shoulders over the hips, and reach the arms up here. Just staying with that steady Ujjayi breath. Good. And when you're ready, we're going to come into one-legged Tadasana. So for balance, we can maybe sweep the arms back. Inhale. And exhale. Let's come up into that one-legged Tadasana pose. Relax the shoulders down the back. Inhale. Exhale, warrior three. Maybe having the blocks under your hands here. Maybe reaching the arms back or hands to the heart. Or if you really want to engage the core even more, you can reach the arms forward. If you wobble out like I just have, just lift up again. And when you're ready, let's step back, warrior two. So stepping back into your warrior two. Reaching forward and reaching back. I'm just going to turn around so I haven't got my back to you. So settling in, left hip peels open, knee over ankle. Spread the fingers wide. Relax the neck. And let's find a flow here. So inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reverse warrior, reach up and back. Inhale, your side angle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, warrior two. Breathing here, just having a moment of stillness. And then straightening that front leg. We're going to bring the left foot in about a foot and find Trikonasana, triangle pose. So really engage the thighs, kneecaps, tee out the arms nice and wide here, lift the pelvic floor. And when you're ready, let's start to reach forward and then see about tick-tocking the arms open. Keep that pelvic floor lift. Really working the side obliques, the core muscles. One more inhale. And exhale, reach up and back. Inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the top of the mat. Just adjusting as you need to and finding your twist, this time with the back knee lifted if that feels okay, otherwise drop it down. Draw the right hip back. And then find your side plank, so roll onto the outer edge of that left foot and step back. Or, of course, if you want to drop the left knee down, find your adjusted version here. One more inhale. Exhale into plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Again, I'm going to switch around on my mat, so I haven't got my back to you. And breathe here in your downward dog. When you're ready, let's inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step forward into your high lunge. Making your way up here, nice and steadily. When you're ready, we'll bring the arms back. Let's make our way into that one-legged Tadasana pose. Keep the right foot flexed. Lift up from the waist. Navel draws in. One more inhale. Exhale, warrior three. Whichever version you want to take. One more inhale, and exhale, step back, warrior two. Settling into the pose. Inhale to reach, exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, side angle, find length. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach. Exhale, reverse. Reaching up and back. Inhale, side angle. Exhale. Good, coming up, let's walk the back foot in. Remembering those things to remember in your Trikonasana pose. So again, as if you're leaning into a wall, lift up the pelvic floor, engage the legs. And let's tick-tock down, keeping the top shoulder really nice and open. Stretching and reaching up. One more inhale. Exhale, let's reach up and back, reverse triangle. Inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the top of the mat, framing that front foot, adjusting the feet so they both point forward. Right hand plants, left hand up. And into your side plank, whichever variation you want to take. Should have said it on the other side, but if you really want more, you can lift up the top leg as well. One more inhale. Exhale, finding your flow, or of course skipping it if you'd like to. Back to downward dog. Just relax in your downward dog, find length, see if you can lift the hips even higher. And let's find lion's breath, a lovely cooling breath. Inhale, and stick out the tongue. And again. When you're ready, let's inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, palms to the heart. Just bringing the hands onto the upper chest, onto the heart center here. Just for a couple of breaths, just tuning in. You might notice your heart beating under your hands. And see if you notice a sense of energy rising from the base of the spine up to the crown of the head. That grounded, steady energy. We work to harmonize your third energy center, your solar plexus chakra today. When you're ready, let's blink open the eyes once more. We're going to find our tree pose here, Vrikshasana. So let's bring the weight into the right foot first. So round through the right foot and see about lifting up that left foot anywhere on the right leg. If it does come onto the knee, make sure that you're definitely not pressing into the knee. It's better not to have it on the knee if possible, but for some that's the only place. So just be mindful. And then maybe stretching and reaching your branches up. And feel a sense of energy rising up through the front body and grounding energy through the back body. And when you're ready, coming into your one-legged Tadasana, inhale here. Exhale, warrior three. Maybe with the blocks or maybe without. And let's step back, find your high lunge again. Maybe widen the feet on the mat. So you could imagine you've got lights or headlights on the fronts of the hips, shining both hips forward and then bring the arms up. You're nice and structured and balanced here. Inhale here. Exhale, open twist to the right. Right hand back, left hand forward. Breathe here. Exalted high lunge. Right hand onto the lower back or onto the back leg. Relax the right shoulder down. Look over the right shoulder here. Let's inhale, come back to center. And exhale, we're going to move into Ardha Chandrasana. So half moon, so you're going to bring that right foot diagonal across the mat. Make your way into your Ardha Chandrasana. So draw the left hip back. You don't have to go very far into this one to really feel it in your core, into the shoulders. So reach up, reach down. Reach back through the back foot and forward through the crown of the head. And even if you just get a little way of the way there into the pose, you're still getting amazing benefits, so don't get hung up on it looking exactly like it should. Mine definitely doesn't. And then we're going to step all the way back. Find your warrior two again. So legs nice and wide, sink the hips down, and breathe here. One more inhale. Exhale, breathe here. Beach ball arms, so side angle as if you're holding a big beach ball. Keep rotating the right floating ribs up. When you're ready, let's inhale. Exhale, push through the front foot, hands onto the hips. And you're going to find your forward fold. Sorry, I've got my back to you. Just looking down at your mat and folding forward. Maybe bringing the feet a little wider. Softening on down. Letting go to gravity here, soothing the nervous system with our forward folds. And one more inhale. Exhale it out. And let's bring the hands forward and just walk the hands around the top of the mat now. Good. From here, let's step back into plank pose. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale to lie. Inhale your cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Maybe paddle out the legs here. And when you are ready, you can inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, travel up. Halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Once again, just checking in here. Perhaps the hands come onto the upper chest. Just noticing all sensations in the body. Noticing your mind. And imagining your solar plexus chakra, your Manipura chakra, this bright golden ball of energy at your center, your navel area, vibrating, spinning like a wheel of energy, removing blockages, and enabling you to really step into your power. So when we work with the solar plexus chakra, this is really what enables intention to be transformed into action. So we lose our inhibitions, our fears, and step into our power and follow through. So perhaps looking in at your own life and seeing if there's anywhere that you need to focus on. Have you got any intentions that you would like to put into action? Maybe just starting with one small step in that direction. And also acknowledging if you're not ready to as well. So when you're ready, just blinking open the eyes. And let's take that same sequence on the other side. So this time, we're going to bring the weight into the left foot, lifting up the right leg. Again, don't get attached to where that foot is coming to on the left leg. We just want to focus on the sense of alignment in the body. So you're lifting up through the midline, maybe reaching the arms up. And just feeling yourself rooted, connected to the ground beneath you. Connected to the earth and the heavens, so that energy rising through the crown chakra, the top of the head. Just acknowledging that we are spiritual beings, whatever that means for you. Connecting to a higher power. And just feeling a moment of gratitude here for your strong body, your breath. Whoops. Let's come into one-legged Tadasana. Inhale here. And exhale, let's step all the way back. Find your high lunge. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, twist left. Left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, warrior two. Widening the stance and settling in. One more inhale here. Exhale, find that side angle pose variation. One more inhale here. Exhale, coming back up. Good. And let's again find our forward fold. This time, maybe bringing the arms back behind you and interlinking the hands. Inhale, let's open up the chest and lengthen. Exhale, folding forward, hinging at the hips. When you're ready, let's release the hands down to the ground. Lengthening out, walking the hands forward, bending the knees, and just stepping up to the top of the mat here. And we're just going to step back into plank pose. And then lower down the knees. And let's come down to our forearm plank. You can keep the knees down. I actually can't right now in this position with my knee, but you may be able to. Otherwise, let's come into full forearm plank. Lift the belly to the spine. When you're ready, inhale here. Exhale, lift the hips up. Inhale, come back. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, lowering down. Finding your Sphinx pose. Pressing through the pubic bone, opening up the heart space here. One more inhale. Exhale, releasing down the forehead. You can bring the knees to the edges of the mat. Just windshield wiper the legs side to side. Just giving the lower back a little release. And then we'll come back to center. You can press yourself up. And just make your way into wide-legged child's pose. Stretching and reaching the arms forward. Forehead down to the mat. And when you're ready, let's make our way back up. Well done. So we're going to slow things down now. We're going to find a twist. Ardha Matsyendrasana, half Lord of the Fishes pose. So for this one, you can either keep the left leg straight out in front of you, or you can keep it bent. So I find it easier to ground through the sit bones with that leg out, in a slight variation of the traditional posture. And then, so the right foot comes just outside the left leg. You can lift yourself up taller just by drawing the sit bones a little bit back. Find that vertical axis through the spine. Let's inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, twist around to the right, either hooking the left elbow outside the knee or just wrapping around. You can look back, stretching back with the neck, or it may feel nice just to keep the neck in line with the sternum and look down. You choose. Just really making your practice individualized for you. And when you're ready, just coming back to center, you just find a little dip over to the left. So from here, we'll just take that to the other side. So you can either fold the right leg or bring it out in front of you. Find that vertical axis through the spine. Inhale, lifting up the arms. Exhale to twist. Breathe here. Making your way back to center, little fold forward to the right side. And coming back to center. From here, we'll find a boat pose, Navasana. So one more time, just getting into the core. Let's start by rolling the shoulders back, lifting up the heart space, and then lifting up one leg and two legs. Maybe staying here, or maybe bringing the arms parallel, maybe straightening the legs. All options. Arms maybe out to the sides, or arms maybe up more traditionally. And release down. You can just fold forward, give yourself a hug here. And let's, from here, just make our way down onto the back. So slowly lowering yourself down onto the back. It might feel nice just to hug in the knees here, a little rock from side to side. And then bring the feet down. You can tee out the arms really nice and wide, and then just press into the feet, lift the hips up, set a little bit down towards the right, drop the knees to the left side. Find a twist here, closing the eyes down. Just focusing on anchoring that right shoulder to the ground as much as possible. And coming back to center, neutralizing the spine. Let's press into the feet, lift the hips up, set them down to the left side. Find your twist the other way. making your way back to center now. Taking any other final shapes or movements you'd like to. Or just coming straight into Shavasana, final resting position. You've worked really hard. This is your chance to absorb and assimilate all the benefits. So just relax here for a few moments. I'll let you know when it's time to come back. Relaxing all the little muscles in the face and allowing the eyes to sink deep into their sockets. Just letting go of any final tension or control in the body. It's time now to gradually start to bring awareness back. And you can start to wiggle your fingers and toes, perhaps. Moving intuitively once more. And walking the feet back in. And maybe just hugging the knees in here, finding a little rock on the spine, side to side. And you can roll onto your right side, making a pillow for your head with your hand or your arm. And just resting here in this fetal position just for a few more moments. When you are ready, keeping your eyes closed or the gaze soft, use your outer hand to press yourself up to a seat. Sitting in a cross-legged position or any other comfortable position. And just bring the hands onto your heart center, one over the other. Connecting to your breath here. Honouring and feeling your connection to yourself. Feeling that sense of peace and groundedness, and knowing this is always here for you anytime you choose, just to connect with your breath, to find that inner quiet and stillness for yourself. And you can bring your hands into prayer at your heart, and then just bring the thumbs together between the brows at your third eye center. Let's bow forward to honor ourselves and each other. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed that class, and if you would like to leave any comments, that always helps me. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and feel free to share this video with any of your friends. Thank you.